of time, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, feel so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can have the throne, I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
Winning you the game.
You guys are talking about the pink diamonds. You guys are talking about the Galaxy Opals, the big names. But what are some of the sleeper cards that we could potentially see in this tournament?
Speaking of, obviously, Galaxy Opals, I think the most underrated Galaxy Opal is John Havlicek. But I also think as for like Amethyst and stuff like that, Michael Porter Jr. is an insane addition. Also the new Brian Scalabrine that came out with Hall of Fame range, Hall of Fame deep freeze. There's so many budget cards like Jonathan Isaac, players that are just really good on defense, also have a good release.
And now your Washington Wizards starting five. The big man at 7'0", number 27, Alex Len. At the small forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 42, Dallas Bertans. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 8, Rui Hachimura. Starting at point, at 6'3", number 4, Russell Westbrook. At guard, number 3 from the University of Florida, Bradley Beal. Scott Brooks is your head coach. Let's hear it for your Washington Wizards!
And thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love. right here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. This is the era of positionless basketball in the NBA. Celtics coach Brad Stevens said, "I don't have the 5 positions anymore. It's as simple as 3, either a ball handler, a wing, or a big. We've become more versatile as the years have gone on. And guys, teams are now looking for players who provide that kind of versatility." Back to you.
Thank you, DA. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Bradley Beal.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Ojale is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard. And for the Wizards, Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Davis Bertans. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Len in at the center. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Now here's Westbrook. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. The shot's good from Westbrook.
An encouraging sign for sure. When Westbrook hits this, you know it has to help his confidence.
And here's Boston. 7-point differential. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
They need this. And it's Brown getting it to go.
And this is what we've seen from Brown. Beating bigger guys, using quickness, beating smaller guys, using power.
Wizards have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The shot by Beal, no good. In the corner, Tatum with it. That shot missing. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Beal from long range. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Beal is quick off the dribble. A rhythm scorer who gets off the ground fast.
Brown the pass to Tice. Brown, good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
He gets it in there.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his passing.
Washington has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Beal from long range. It's rebounded by Tice.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Celtics passing it around. Here's Tatum. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Oh, good reading the pick and roll. I like watching Tatum operate and taking what the D gives him. Talk about an unsung hero, Daniel Tice. Last offseason, he agreed to a 2-year deal with the Celtics worth $10 million. Just another great signing by Danny Ainge.
Shot's good by Walker.
And good to get him to give him.
Establishing a rhythm. I mean, you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
Here we go. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
That one goes. Count it.
And see, Webb, when you look at all that Tice provides for this team, it's amazing he doesn't get more credit.
Well, you're right, Jay, but he is surrounded by great players who deserve to attract the limelight. But he can rebound, defend, set picks. He can stretch the floor, and every year he continues to improve.
And the dunk by Len.
Way to showcase the court vision. Westbrook, I mean, he gets his teammates some wide open looks.
Walker with it. He's got 7. Tice finds Tatum. And the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Brown feeling out a bit. Walker in the corner. Off target with his 3. Washington leading now by 5. Westbrook drives in. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
You can usually count on Westbrook being among the NBA leaders in points off drives. I mean, in control at any speed.
For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Brown. Putting up 26 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Only surprise is that the margin wasn't greater. I mean, somehow they managed to hang around despite the lack of effort.
Look at Jason Tatum here. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 13th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Wizards leading by 7. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Wizards, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Tatum passes to Tice. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Alex Len picks one up. The Celtics shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. 2 shots. And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now the Wizards with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Beal from long range. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Beal.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Yeah, and off the catch. Tatum now has a quicker shot release. Probably a little better balance as well.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And here's Walker. He has 7. Stolen by Westbrook. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Boy, he has been special to start this game. Shooting 8 of 9, just making it look easy.
To the wing on the left. Poke loose. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Wizards now. Wizards leading by 13 and stolen by Tatum. And a fast break now for the Celtics. No one covering. Walker's got 9.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Got that one up quick.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
To the left side wing. Ojeleye kicks to Tatum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 9.
Oh, he's got it rolling this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Robin Lopez is checked in for Alex Len. Mo Wagner comes in for Hachimura. Abdias checked in for Bertines. And Raul Neto subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Beal can't get it to go.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Brown wide open. He fires. And again, Boston with the triple.
A determining Brown ceiling. I mean, how good of an outside shooter can he become? I mean, to me, that's the only question. But he may have already exceeded expectations.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And they kept fouling him. I mean, it only made him more aggressive. He wound up having a huge night at the free throw line.
Washington leading now by 11. Here's Lopez, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Boston's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Here's Pritchard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Though he may not explode off the floor, Tatum's length makes plays like this look easy.
Beal, that's for 2. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Beal's got 11.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire. And we so often talk about the elite scoring, but Beal's playmaking is now reaching that same level.
Yeah, it just shows you how talented and unselfish he is. All he wants to do is win. I mean, that talent requires help from your teammates. So he uses his vision and instincts and ability to keep them involved.
And he gets the bucket.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's Pritchard. Picked him clean. Here's Avdia. The putback.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Beal. Averaging 33 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
Here's Pritchard. Softly drops in the floater.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Fires the three, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Pritchard on the wing drop. And again, Boston with the triple.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
There's Beal with the three. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, this is the fire you love seeing. Now, Brown doesn't back down from anyone. He relishes getting his revenge.
Beal's shot is good.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Celtics trail by 14. Brown right side. Beal with the block.
Oh, man. Excellent display of recognition on the rejection. Bill seems to be a step ahead of the opposition.
And that one's good. Wagner.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Pass to Williams. Tatum on the wing. 13 points in the game. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far it's paying off in this game. Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
Well, the rebounding numbers weren't even close. I mean, if that was a boxing match on the glass, they would have stopped that fight a long time ago.
Right now, I'm feeling lit right now. We got the snake in the grass. I got 100 in cash. I'm about to spend right now. They try to put me in last, but what do it look like now? Spinning minute, make it back. Making up off the O's. I don't even got a rap. Running, I get stacking that street. You know the routine. You know the routine. Popping the tags, getting the bags. You know the routine. You know the routine.
Single president, give you some to a new crib. Bad, speak pig Latin. With a new seal, stick a price with the great corn with the blue deal. Slice pie, we all eat. Stick a storm up. With the weirdo. Sweat about to be paranoid.
Wizards making a switch here. Bonga's checked in. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Boston. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And, of course, the Wizards. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And when you look at Boston, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Well, it's possible we haven't seen them at their best yet. They've shown they can play with any team in the league. Now they need to do it every night, not just some nights.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Celtics trail by 15. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It's something we saw a lot from Brown as an amateur, the ability to draw fouls and get to the line.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
First free throw is good.
Well, a player who does special things off the floor. Jaylen Brown is an amazing role model for young kids. Very active on speaking about the importance of education and learning new languages himself.
And he makes both free throws. Washington leading now by 13. Beal from long range tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
Oh, well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. To the inside, Williams. And the slam by Williams.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Now Tatum, he's got 13. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I love that Teague didn't slow up when he got inside and went right in and drew the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Jeff Teague at the line for 2.
Free throw good, Teague.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Neto. Good if it goes. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Wizards out front, leading by 14. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And we chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon the joys of playing at home.
Being yourself, being in your own comfortable setting, and then arena packed full of your own fans rooting and cheering you on. That's constant motivation and just energy, that puts us into this mindset that we have to win at home.
Greg, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Williams is out there with Williams, and it's Teague in at the 1. First one falls for him.
And when you think about being fashion forward, Russell Westbrook's fearlessness extends to his game day outfits.
Well, come on, G.A. Russ lives by the motto, why not? I mean, the same reckless abandon we see on the court, yeah, it's reflected in his clothing.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says, when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. Hachimura is checked in for Avdia. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here's Lopez, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
He's a better shooter than many players his size. Forget his size. He's one of the more capable shooters on the floor.
To the paint, here's Williams, and the slam by Williams.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Washington leading now by 14. Here's Bunga. And again, Washington with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And here's Tatum for three. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
Oh, what a gamer this kid is. Tatum wants to deliver the payback blow. Now that's leadership.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Celtics trail by 16. Tatum dishes to Brown. Wide open look, and another basket for Boston.
And Brown is a reliable threat from mid-range. I mean, effortlessly rising up for the nice-looking jet.
Westbrook drives in, and he banks in the layup. Westbrook's got 9 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Count it.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
Wizards leading by 14. Here's Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Hachimura. And stolen by Williams. In the corner. Tatum with it. And again, Boston with the triple.
His three-point game is heating up. That's his second three of the quarter. Third overall.
Here's Westbrook, and he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
He uses his finesse to get flashy. I mean, Westbrook is an elite above-the-rim finisher.
Austin with the ball. Now here's Teague. 8 points his last outing. Williams finds Tatum. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 21 points for Jason Tatum.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
The Wizards shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Shemi Ojeleye comes in for Tatum. And Walker subbed in for Brown. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And every team would love to have a player like Westbrook because he plays his heart out every night.
Walker the pass to Williams. Back to Walker. High post try. Williams. And Williams is right there. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a tap.
Drains the three-pointer.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Len, good.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading to scores.
Here's Ojeleye after the basket by Washington. Back to Walker. Passes it to Tice. Just 5 on the clock. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Len. It's stolen by Hachimura. Over Walker. Here's Len. Rebound by Williams.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Walker, that's good. He's 5 for 9.
Don't you love the passion Walker plays with? An incredible athlete who somehow muscles in tough shots.
Wizards leading by 13. Here's Westbrook. Sinks that one from the post. Westbrook's got 42 in the game.
If they close this win out, I know who my MVP is. His offensive performance tonight has been unreal.
Washington's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jeff Teague. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Russell Westbrook drops them both.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Here's Pritchard. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Stolen by Walker. Here's Pritchard. Kicks to Walker. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Walker. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the shooter of Walker's caliber, I mean, you can't allow him to shoot with his feet set.
And Westbrook throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Now here's Walker. He's got 14. Down low. It's stolen by Hachimura. And here we go. Washington fast break. Westbrook, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Washington leading now by 14 to the middle. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Oh, the endurance from Hachimura here. I mean, absorbs the foul and still snags the handle.
And Hachimura's given name, Rui, means fortress in Japanese. And that's what he looks like out there. He's worked hard in the weight room, sports a solid frame with a terrific core and that great lower body strength.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mo Wagner comes in for Len, and Beal subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And you combine Hachimura's power with that 7'2" wingspan, Greg. He's physically built to succeed in a positionless NBA.
And add to that, Kevin, he's got solid athleticism along with a versatile skill set. Hachimura still needs to work on creating off the dribble, shooting the jump shot with consistency, but with his work ethic, there's a good chance he turns those into strengths.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Knocks it loose. Wagner with it. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Hachimura. Rebound, Boston. Here's Pritchard. To stop the run. And that's 2 points on the layup. Pritchard's got 6 points.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Beal's shot is good.
Man, it's hard. It's so hard for defenders to keep up with Beal. He has good quickness and speed for his position.
Here's Pritchard. He has 6. Thompson with the bucket. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. Following this, they get to host the Rockets. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
The basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. Great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And it's good for 2. 5 points in the game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
There's the pass to Ojale. Here's Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Ojale kicks to Walker. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And during his first few seasons, this wasn't a strength of Walker's. Now he's a problem from there.
Beal with the bucket.
And wasn't sure he could keep up the pace he set from three-point range in that first, but boy, has he ever.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Beal. Pritchard passes to Tice. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his 2nd foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Abdias checked in for the Wizards. The Celtics also with a sub. Tatum's checked in. Tice against Bertans. Pass to Pritchard. Clock at 6. To the right side. And a wide open look for Walker. No good with the triple. Wizards leading by 20. Here's Beal. The quick look, no good that time.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Now, here's Avdia. Following the miss by Kemba Walker. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Wagner.
Well, almost 7 feet. Wagner can really own the boards, grabs the rebound, and finishes the play strong.
And stolen by Wagner. Here's Beal. And the jam by Beal.
Beal likes to mix it up every once in a while. Remarkable at slamming it down in style.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Beal, that's for 2, and it falls over the rim and in. Beal's got 39. A difficult situation for Boston. That's tipped. Thompson passes to Pritchard. Back to Thompson. Right side, Tatum. Passes it to Thompson. And that one's good. His 2nd basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Thompson is a strong big man. He's amazing at fending off defenders.
Beal, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. he can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
And that one falls for Beal.
Wow, a phenomenal talent. I mean, when you think about the competitive flair Bill plays with, it's just awesome.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 9. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Tice kicks to Williams. Outside Tatum. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Boston needs to get off a shot. And Tice gets it to go. Tice has got 6.
Well, I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion he's shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Over in the corner, Brown. Poked away. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
Substitution.
Tatum with it. He's got 21. This one for 3. The shot missing. And so it's Washington ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
When Westbrook is in the flow, there's no one who can do some of the things he can do on the basketball court. The physical ability, the passion, he's been fierce tonight.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, not at all what they envisioned coming to the game. And defending the paint has been the main problem. They got to commit a few more bodies down low. They got to protect the inside, protect the inside, protect the inside. But even if they do, still might be a little too late for them.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. They've got Bradley Beal. Travis Bertans out there with Hachimura. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Len in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. For Boston, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. That free throw good from Brown. From the Wizards, they're shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field.
The defense sees Westbrook coming, but his verticality makes him almost unstoppable.
And here's Walker. The three. Beal pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's Westbrook missing. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. And it's Brown missing. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Now, here's Bertans, guarded closer. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Inside, Ojale. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
Here's Westbrook. Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Walker the pass to Tice. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And that's good. Kemba Walker for 3. Walker's got 20 points.
And once Walker finds his rhythm, he stays aggressive. That's the kind of killer mindset he has to be.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Tipped away. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 3 on 3. Walker with room to shoot. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. 22 points for him.
Walker's a blur in transition, end to end in the blink of an eye.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Brown kicks to Ojale. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Walker missing again.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And they go to the intentional foul.
It's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Walker against Westbrook. Outside Tatum. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got 47 points.
Wow, Beal is so tough to slow down. Even when you body him on the drive, he sticks with the shot.
And Walker kicks to Tice. Outside Tatum. Pulls it up. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Tice has got 8 points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Washington calls timeout. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. Bradley Beal, number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Here's Westbrook. Here's Len, and he converts the layup. 10 points for him.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
To the inside, Williams. And it's Williams throwing it down.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
And got it! Another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Walker the pass to Williams. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Williams. Brown's got 31 points.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
The Celtics have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14.
Always in a relentless pursuit of the ball. Westbrook is capable of making stand-out defensive plays.
Now Beal, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But, Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game. And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Brown, good.
His three-point game has been incredible tonight. If he comes even close to repeating his first half performance, it's going to be a crazy game for him.
There's Beal with the good, another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lucky.
And again for 3.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. There's Brown with the 3, connects from three-point range.
Timeout.
Brown's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Celtics. Washington calls timeout. Both teams will make substitutions. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jason Tatum.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Neto. He's averaging 7 points a game. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Good, another from three.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And the crowd letting him know they appreciate his greatness.
Well, he's been nothing less than great. 3-pointers at a historic level.
I mean, this is the definition of being in the zone. Nobody can stop him from deep, and those shots keep on falling.
Outside Williams. There's Brown with the three. No good. Shot missing. And it's Washington the other way. Here's Bunga. Rebounded by the Celtics. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Pritchard. He's got 9. Got a piece of it. And here we go, the Wizards' fast break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Now Brown, 37 points for him. Thompson in the corner. And Thompson throws it down.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. I mean, attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
Beal from long range. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. And there are the Celtics with another basket. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Brown drives in, and Brown throws it down.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees.
Beal from long range buries it from 3-point range.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Pritchard passes to Thompson. Tatum finds Thompson. Here's Pritchard. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Washington. Beal gets a wide open look, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
It's Brown on the wing. Tries again, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder crashes with power.
Again, what an avalanche! 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
And after a sensational first half from beyond the arc, he's not slowing down here in the second. That's his 3rd 3-pointer since halftime.
2 points, that one goes.
But Bill just isn't a scorer. He's a complete guard who can really dish it.
Tatum down low, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball, and finished off by Brown.
Well, you see the confidence building in Brown offensively. I mean, first it was taking over stretches. Now it's taking over games.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 9. Thompson passes to Tatum.
2 minutes remaining.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Neto. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Wizards making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Teague in for Jason Tatum. .158 left in the third quarter. Outside Williams. Pass to Pritchard. 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Williams' shot is off. Wizards shooting an impressive 61% from the field in this third quarter. And the basket is good. Wagner's got 9 points.
Oh, man, how about the athleticism from Wagner on the fast break? I mean, he gets up the court fast to finish it.
Teague, the pass to Thompson. Brown outside. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Brown's got 47 points.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
I don't know how Wagner keeps that on target through the contact. A show of strength and concentration.
Now here's Teague. Defense is right there. Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
And the Wizards hit again from deep.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you're taking into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
Outside Teague. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Boston, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Matthews, he's checked in for Washington. Smith comes in for Raul Neto. There's 42 seconds left in the third. Teague for 3. Here's Thompson, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Thompson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
And the Celtics shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Nasty.
Woo.
You can't teach that. Brown just showing off his incredible dunking ability.
For 3, Smith. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Teague. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal. Yeah, easy call.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Teague. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Now, here's Westbrook. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And that one is good.
Hand in the face, no problem for Westbrook. He gets tremendous lift on his jump shot.
Teague with a clean look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Teague's got 10. That will count. And good, he hits it again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Wizards out front, opening up a huge gap. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Scott Brooks.
What you're doing is perfect. It's about defense, it's about helping each other out, and it's about rebounding and going and scoring. We're doing everything good on offense. We're making sure we make extra passes.
And Greg, offensively, Coach Brooks liking the action, letting his guys know, keep plowing ahead.
And it's about maximizing each possession.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Boston, we've got Williams, Teague out there with Neesmith. Then there's Jaylen Brown, and it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, this is why it's tough to cover Westbrook. He can get the shot off in seconds.
Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Westbrook, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Oh, pretty comfortable mid-range shooter. You can't let Westbrook get in the groove from there.
And the pass to Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Celtics have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th-plus foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that. Finished off by Westbrook.
Oh, seemingly unstoppable right now. Westbrook's dynamic style of play gives defenders headaches.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Teague dishes to Williams. From past the arc, Teague can't hit. For Washington, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And that one's good. Hachimura.
And what focus from Hachimura, embracing the contact and just working his way through it.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Neesmith. Back to Green. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. Offensive rebound and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Monday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Houston Rockets. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
That's good from Williams. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wily, strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
Beal, good, that's another bucket.
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring.
And Wilt Chamberlain holds both the first and third place scoring marks. First, of course, for 100 points, and third place all-time with 78. Anytime Wilt's name comes up, you are making history.
Here's Lopez. No good with the wing jumper. And so Green will bring it up for the Celtics. Passes to Teague. Here's Ogilvy. Pass to Nesmith. Fires the three. They get the rebound. Rejected by Len. Now here is Hachimura. Not a lot of room. Basket counts.
Oh, man, his passing has evolved over the course of Bill's career. I mean, he's a solid distributor. Now we expect him to make those type of plays all game.
And that one, good.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Beal, the pass to Lopez. Over Williams, and there's Lopez. That's good on the assist from Beal. Beal's got 3 assists in the game.
Lopez is great at squaring himself up from mid-range. He's effective whenever he has a little bit of daylight to shoot.
Here's the three. The shot by Ogilvy, no good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
That's what Westbrook provides his team, a scoring threat on every possession.
Outside, Green. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Here's Ogilvy. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And Washington making a change here. Bonga's checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Robert Williams comes in for Williams. And it's Edwards in for Jeff Teague. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Checked in for Beal. Edwards with it. 5 on the clock. Floats it up for Williams. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
what I really love about this kid, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The pass to Edwards. Here's Ogilvy. Here's Nesmith. Connects, the jumper drops. Nesmith has got his first bucket in this one. Washington shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Nesmith bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, they get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
Ring shot on the way. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Wow. Smith is just an incredible distributor, a genuine floor leader. He knows where to dish the rock.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Celtics ball.
Edwards passes to Ogilvy. To the left wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 on the shot clock. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Here's Ogilvy. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Here's the teardrop. Pass to Ogilvy. Launches it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
I think Williams has a terrific future. A charismatic, likable kid who can be unselfish to a fault.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Ogilvy's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Leans from outside. Count that bucket.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Boston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Double team on Williams. To the middle, trying to find Green. He's got it now. We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
And both free throws good for Green. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Westbrook double team over Williams. The shot will not fall. Now the Celtics take it the other way. And here is Nesmith. Pass to Green. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fires it up. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Celtics shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. To the paint, here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Westbrook dishes to Lopez. Over Williams. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Edwards kicks to Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
Yeah, he is a budding prospect. I like whenever Williams shows that determination on offense, and it looks like he wants to just take over.
Here's Len. Good D by Williams. The Celtics shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. but they get it back.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Bonga, the pass to Smith over Edwards, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Smith's got his first points in this one. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Lopez, rebound by Williams. And here's Boston. Down low. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Green. Williams has got 10 points in just the second half. Westbrook kicks to Smith over Edwards, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And Smith may not shoot often, but when he does, it's usually a high percentage attempt.
Out left to the wing, here's Edwards, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Washington.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with 1 left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Russell Westbrook.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be yelled at when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, yeah, the emotional aspect of some point has been alleviated. I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure it out with. I don't think the NBA is any different.
He hits both from the stripe. Washington leading now by 21. Smith right side. Outside Robinson. Over Nesmith. Robinson misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
To the middle, here's Green. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
It doesn't have to break stride at all, thanks to the money lead pass.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They lead by 19. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
I've been around in the cloud in the black. I made a sound of the mouth from the good. How long down and as long as I get. I'm from the side with a time never rest. Move through the side like the mind unprotected. Do it for the side, I'm rising directed. On me trying to get my goal. Wrist don't freeze, but the time not slow. They let it talk on the way I know. Yeah. That's all, that's all I know. Made it on mine and that's all I know. Way too next to the top I go. I do what I want to. Yeah. I go out and I do what I want to. On the run through, I'ma need my funds too. I'm the one, they all know it when I come through. This that sauce stain, never matches. Racks on racks, 9 lakhs, 9 move.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
I don't know if they expected him to have this much of an impact, but the timing couldn't have been better. They dropped 2 straight leading into this one and did not want to lose 3 in a row. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Wizards. They have a 19-point lead. Good work there as it goes.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
That one good for 2. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Fires from the line. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Here's Williams, and Williams with the stuff.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Smith the pass to Bonga. Lopez right side. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Bradley, congrats on the win. We saw your parents in the stands and your mom was cheering you on. I know it's much more fun when you win in front of the home crowd and in front of the family.
It's always good to have my parents in the building. I can always hear her no matter where she may be, but she was right on the floor, and she gave me a few tips while I was out there too. So it's always good when my family's here.
Mom always knows best, right? Congratulations on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.